anything. But it's going to be great. I'm going with the Packers, and because I think it's going to come down to a one-possession game. And I think the Packers have, like you said, Jake, they have destiny on their side. They are Destiny's child. And they are a team that, despite being down by 23, 26 to Dallas, they came back and won. Being down 21-10 to Atlanta at halftime, they came back and won. They are doing things that I don't think they expected to do. You look at this point when they went 3-1 at the end, but before those 4 games, you looked at them and said there is no way they are winning this division. Most people would say that. They'd say, look, Detroit has this division, but you know what happened? Detroit collapsed. Chicago, chances to win the division, they collapsed. Green Bay made it in, and they really didn't do what they needed to do to get in. They got lucky. And I think that they got lucky. But listen to me. They got lucky. But they're not going to let that luck go to waste. They're not going to let that luck go to waste. They're not just going to say, oh, we got lucky, so now we're going to just go in there and just be unprepared and unable to play. Look, before Rodgers got injured, against the 2 good teams, Cincinnati and San Francisco, they lost by 6 to San Francisco at the very end. They lost to Cincinnati at the very end.
But they lost to those teams.
And this was I understand that, but that was without an established running game. This team will not let it go to waste. It will be close. It will come down to the very end. I will guarantee that it will be close. And if I'm wrong, well, you can call me out on that. Don't call me out on the Packers pick because I think San Francisco can win. Don't get me wrong. I think San Francisco is an amazing team. I think Green Bay is going to crack through this time. I think that Rodgers has the magic.
No, well, I would disagree with you, but I want you to be right so badly. So I'm not going to say it.
I've said my point here.
Okay.
This is San Francisco's game. This is San Francisco.
Colin
Kaepernick, and also Colin Kaepernick in the playoffs. He steps it up to another notch, and Anquan Bolden, I look to have a huge postseason. And he had 85 receptions this year, almost 1,200 yards. This is going to be it. I truly, if Kaepernick has to go to the air, he's got enough weapons, especially with Clay Matthews out. Please, I want to know, cover Vernon Davis. You have a linebacker.
But then then that's the same point with the Saints on the Eagles. But
I'm saying it's the same point.
But you still pick them.
I want to get on you then.
But you still pick them. So
yeah, I'm not saying that. You're trying to say.
Okay, yes, I understand that it's going to be difficult for them to cover their weapons. But once again, I will take the passing game over the running game any day.
Oh, sure, I'll take the passing game over the running game, too.
This is San Francisco's game to lose. This is San Francisco's game to lose. They are the favorites. They should win the game. But
wait, so it's their game to lose, but you have them losing.
The thing is, it's their game to lose, but the thing is, teams that it's their game to lose have lost. The better team does not always win. It's the better team on that day. It is not the better team from week 1 to week 16, or last year, or the year before that, or the year before that. It is the team that plays better on that one given day, on any given Sunday. And that is actually applicable because it is a Sunday game. And honestly, I think Green Bay is going to come through. I think they will be the better team on that day.
San Francisco is proof. And I would say on a lot of different days, they have proven that they can be great. On any given day, any team can win. That's a true fact. Yep. This day, San Francisco is in a position where they should not, and I believe will not lose this game.
Okay. First of all, I will admit, there is bias in this pick. I cannot say that there is not bias in this pick. That would not be true. I like San Francisco, but I also like the Destiny. And to that point, I think that Green Bay has a good shot, and though I think I agree with you that San Francisco is the better team. I agree with you that they have a better complete team. But look, the Green Bay Packers went 15-1 the year after winning the Super Bowl. They went up against a Giants team that was 9-7. The Giants won
the Super Bowl.
The Giants won that game and they would go on to win the Super Bowl. 9-7, that is a record of one tie away from Green Bay. That is half a game difference. So when it comes to it, records from the regular season, stats from the regular season, offense from the regular season does not matter at all.
But it does matter. But here's the thing.
Literally just
the only thing.
You just
the only way we can
everything we have. Hold on. If regular season doesn't matter at all, then we should not have done this show because we have nothing to go on.
Okay. It matters. It matters. It shows tendencies. But every coach will say the same thing. Look, the coaches will say, I don't care what happened in the regular season anymore. This is the postseason now. And I will
care
say
exactly what happened. I don't care that San Francisco won that game one game. I care that this team has shown time and again that they are a great, complete football team. And they will win this game.
I will stick with the fact that you have picked, I believe, every single favorite so far to win. And that has not happened in any of the playoff games in like the past 3 years, that every single favorite in a wild card round has won. That has not happened. So I'm going with Green Bay.
There is what
underdog have you picked? What underdog have you picked? Look, let's look. I can confidently say the Giants won that, and they were not the favorite. Let's go to 2010 as well. The Packers won the game against the Eagles. They were not the favorite. 2012, we can look at this. Let's see. I'm pretty sure 2012 as well. If this loads. If ESPN decides to...
1 year. What was it? Was it 09 or 10 that New Orleans met in the Super Bowl and they were both...
I understand that. But what about the wild card round? Jets over Bengals. Jets over Bengals.
I'm just saying, I'm picking the teams who I think will win based on their tendencies. Sure, I could be wrong, but I could also be completely right. The Chargers game, I'm worried on. I will openly admit that. I'm not worried about the 49ers losing. I think they'll win this game. New Orleans kind of scares me, but not as much. I honestly think they're going to as a 6th seed. I think they have one of the best chances of making it.
I'm still going back.
I think that segues nicely into perhaps some Super Bowl picks. You want to say who we think is going to Super Bowl?
You really want to do Super Bowl picks, though?
Sure, we don't need an
I found the year.
Just put them on the record.
I found the record. I found the year. 2008 was the last time a team with a lower record did not win the game. Did not win a game.
Wait, are we talking about records or favorites? Because
let's see.
Kansas City has a better. I believe Kansas City has a better record.
Actually, you're right. Then no, we're still going. Giants and Jaguars won their game, so we are still going past 2007 season.
Records. I'm talking about favorites.
I just did. Well, it's seeding. It's the seeding that matters.
I didn't pick every top seed.
Hey,
did I pick every home
2006 season. 2006 season.
I didn't
Colts,
pick every
Chiefs.
home matchup.
Colts,
There's a
Chiefs.
difference between seeding and top matchups. I didn't pick every top seeded team.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Bengals?
Because San Francisco is not seeded higher than Green Bay.
Okay, so that is your final pick. Okay, I will give you that. Colts,
I'm just saying, I can pick one.
Colts over Chiefs 2007. I just realized that.
There you go.
Oh, here, I found it. It was the next year. 2007, every single home team won.
I didn't pick every home team, though, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so you picked one non-home team, and that was the...
That's 1 of 4. That happens.
You do have the 6th seed thing on your side, though, because lots of 6 seeds have gone on to win Super Bowls.
They're actually a 5 seed. I just realized they're a 5 seed. They're a 5 seed.
Super Bowl winners did not have first-round buys.
A lot of Super Bowl winners did not have first-round buys.
The past couple of years, at least one team, basically, that has been a wild card team, has made it.
I gotta say, I was looking at Blake and Noah LA to Chicago's Facebook page. There you go, Noah. But I was looking at, I believe was it Blake's picks that were posted?
Yes.
And he had two of the bye teams making it. And I'm just sitting there going, I doubt that.
It doesn't happen. I mean, I understand the Saints and the Colts.
And I will tell you one thing. I picked who was gonna. We did playoff scenarios a while ago. Me and Jake did. And I ended up having the 49ers and the Bengals in the Super Bowl. And as I look at that, I'm not sure if 49ers is tough. I think right now, for me, it's going to come down to the 49ers or the Panthers in the NFC. Truly.
Ooh. That's
I
interesting.
think those are the teams that are both hottest, and I think they're the team. I don't think Seattle's coming out of the NFC.
That's wrong.
I'm going to have to agree with Jake, too. I'm going with Seattle.
I don't know how many other reputations. Listen, I'm going to sound like a broken tape recorder here if I talk about why Seattle is going to win the Super Bowl. But I just want to put this on record. Seattle is a team designed for the modern era. If I could have my way, the Seahawks would not be in the playoffs. No, if I could have my way, the Packers would win and then knock the Seahawks out of the playoffs in Seattle. However, that just is not going to happen. I think Seattle defeats New England in the Super Bowl, and the only reason the Patriots make it is because we know Peyton Manning does not do well.
Wait, so you're picking 2 bye teams?
Yes, and I don't like it, but it was my preseason pick, and I'm not one to turn my back on it. Seattle 31, New England 27.
I'm sticking with with one of my earlier picks. I think the Bengals have the right road. I think they feel good about going up against the Patriots. And honestly, I don't really care if it's Peyton Manning, because Peyton Manning, despite how well he plays well in the playoffs, his statistics are good. He just never seems to have luck on his side when it comes to the playoffs. I'm going Bengals, Seahawks in the Super Bowl, and I'm saying 34-20, Seahawks win.
All right, I'm going to come out, and I'm not going to pick the 49ers to make it, as much as I said that was up for grabs. I think Carolina comes out of the NFC. I think they, first off, according to my picks, they get San Francisco. Wait, do they? No. They would get Philly. I think Carolina can beat Philly, and then I think they can. I'm not even sure who I would pick. San Francisco, Seattle. I think Carolina comes out, though. Carolina comes out, and then I face, and I agree with you, they have the best route, Cincinnati, Carolina, Cam Newton winning the Super Bowl.
I think we're hurting Jake.
As shocking as that sounds,
Can I just say something?
Jake, are you dying inside?
That means you have them beating Tom Brady and Peyton Manning on the road. Before you say anything else, I would like to remind you that this is the same the same Bengals team that lost to Cleveland in Cleveland while putting up a whopping 6 points.
It's also the same team to beat the Colts 42-28.
Actually, I'm going back on this only because they're 3-5 on the road. I just remember they're 3-5 on the road.
Thank you.
It's also
They're 3-5.
okay, but it's also the same team that stopped Tom Brady. It's also the same team that stopped Tom Brady completely. Tom Brady was
Where?
I understand it's at home, but he was abysmal.
Okay. No, Tom Brady at home. You want to go against Tom Brady at
Ravens.
home?
Ravens.
Unless your name is
Ravens.
Ryan Tannehill
Ravens.
or Joe Flacco. Don't. That's a dangerous game.
The Ravens last year. It is last
unless
year.
Your name is Ryan Tannehill.
AFC North versus the AFC North going up against the AFC East 2 years in a row in Gillette. It is Bengals, Patriots, Ravens, Patriots, both times in New England. I'm gonna go with the Bengals. And Carl, especially you don't see home field advantage as that much of a difference.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. This is a very, very different. I honestly have no idea how.
Listen, this is a sign. This is me giving you a second chance. Okay? Remember how I just mentioned Ryan Tannehill and Joe Flacco in the same sentence? Who did
Dalton
and the Bengals
Ryan
lose
Tannehill.
to?
Unless your name's Ryan Tannehill, I'll give you a quarterback better than Ryan Tannehill, Andy Dalton.
And hold on. I'm just saying this. Who did Andy Dalton and the Bengals lose to back-to-back this year? The only time they lost back-to-back games. Miami and Baltimore, both on the road, both in overtime.
Both in overtime, though. That gives them a shot.
They made it to overtime. Okay, so if Cincinnati loses in overtime to New England, I am still right, though.
Yes, but I don't think they will lose in overtime. I don't think they will. And honestly, I don't see them getting... Look, they are not as good on the road. I will give you that. They are clearly not as good. There is no way around
Why
that.
would they beat the two of the three best quarterbacks in the game today on the road? In the playoffs. In the playoffs.
understand that.
Talking about playoffs.
I understand that. First of all, they're at home against